everybody, Cinema Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, head out to Goodwill where I got myself 2 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays, so let's take a look at everything I got. Every title I picked up today I paid only $1.97 a piece for, which was an amazing deal. And the first movie I picked up was Boys on the Side, which is a movie I've actually recently been thinking a lot about. About a week ago I picked up Mad Love on VHS, which is another Drew Barrymore film, and it just got me thinking about this movie and how I haven't seen it in a very long time. I remember when I did see it, I enjoyed it, but hadn't seen it in many years, and I really wanted to get myself a copy of it so I could watch it again. Now, this is not a movie I come across ever. I hardly ever see this movie anywhere, but sure enough, a week later, come across a copy, so definitely had to pick it up, and I can't wait to check it out again. And the second DVD I picked up was Johnny's Animal Hijinks Volume 2. Simply grabbing this to replace my VHS copy. However, I've not got around to watching my VHS copy yet, so definitely looking forward to checking this one out now that I have it on DVD. Now onto the 2 Blu-rays I picked up, and again, grabbed both of these for only $1.97 a piece. Just a fantastic deal for Blu-rays. And the first one I picked up was Adaptation, which I did actually watch tonight, so we'll talk about this one in a few minutes. And the second Blu-ray I picked up was The Blues Brothers. Now, I do already have this very same exact release already on DVD. However, I'm certainly always happy to upgrade a fantastic movie to Blu-ray, and I love The Blues Brothers. This movie is absolutely brilliant, so for $1.97, definitely had to upgrade. So that's it for what I bought today, so now onto what I watched. And the first title I checked out was Hollywood, Single Beds and Double Standards. Now, this here's a single episode from the HBO series Hollywood. This is my first time ever actually watching any of these episodes, and now I definitely want to see them all. This was very well done, a great look into just, again, Hollywood, into cinema. This episode here is more or less based around censorship and how that came to be, how things were kind of free and open, and Hollywood kind of just did what they want, and how slowly things just started to not go so well. Things like Fatty Arbuckle being accused of murder, and a lot of just really bad things, a lot of actors not doing such good things. Some people wanted to shut down Hollywood and get rid of it, get rid of movie theaters, thought it was just corrupt and awful and immoral. So they did things like ratings codes, and they started to say what you could put into movies, what you couldn't put into movies, and basically just how the whole rating system came to be. So a very well done documentary for anybody into movies, which I'm sure most of you are if you're watching my videos. You probably love cinema. This is definitely something I'd recommend checking out. Like I said, this is just one single episode from the series, so if you get your hands on any of these, definitely pick them up and check them out. And the second title I watched today, like I said, was Adaptation. Now, this is actually my second time seeing this movie, and this is one of those films that definitely took me a second time to fully enjoy. The first time I watched this movie was years ago when it first came out, and I remember thinking it was just okay. I wasn't too thrilled with it, but I think the reason being is because I was kind of lost as to everything that was going on, because there's a lot going on in this film. I'm going to have a pretty hard time actually explaining this one to you guys. So it's definitely one of those films you probably need to see twice to fully understand everything that's going on, because there are stories, within flashbacks, within subplots. I mean, there's just so much going on in this film. So many different stories. You're constantly going back to things and going ahead. You're skipping around in different time spots. They'll say, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years in the future. I mean, you're just going all over the place in this film. And again, there's so many different stories going on and little subplots here and there. There's just so much happening in this film that you really need to pay attention. And like I said, you may need to give it a second watch to fully understand everything that goes on. I loved Nicolas Cage in this film. He plays a writer trying to adapt this book, but he doesn't quite know how to do it, because apparently he's a really good screenwriter, but he's really good at just kind of writing his own little stories and coming up with his own movies. But now he's trying to, basically turn this book into a movie, and he just doesn't know how to do it. It's this book kind of about flowers, and how does he take this book about flowers and turn it into a movie? It's not very exciting. There's not really a lot going on. Our audience is going to like this. He just can't do it. He's having writer's block, and he just doesn't know what he's going to do. Ends up writing himself into the story by accident, and just everything that goes from that. And of course, they're looking for this whole ending for the book, and he doesn't know what to do. But at the end of this movie, the shit pretty much hits the fan, and well, he gets his ending, not in a very good way. A lot of bad stuff happens in the end of the movie, but I guess he got the ending for his book, he got the ending for the book for the movie. So that's I guess that's kind of good, but again, the way it goes about happening is definitely a pretty bad way to get an ending for your film. But it's a great story. It's based off a true story too. It's actually based off the writer. I mean, this is what happened. He was writing this book for the movie. I'm sorry, writing a movie for the book, and he just, again, he didn't know what to do, didn't know how he was going to do it, and apparently, not everything was true to life. He definitely added some stuff, but apparently, this is what came of him writing this movie based off the book. This is kind of what became of it, and it is sort of a semi-true story, but again, there's plenty of things that go on. If you like Nicolas Cage, well, then you're definitely going to enjoy this film because you get twice the Cage in this movie. Nicolas Cage plays his own brother, so you have twin Nicolas Cages. Just awesome. It's definitely a funny movie as well. I mean, there's plenty of crazy kind of dramatic things going on, but it's very funny all at the same time. So a great movie, one I would definitely recommend checking out. I mean, Meryl Streep alone in this is great. One of the best movies I've seen Meryl Streep in just a long time. It's been a long time since I've had this much fun watching her in a movie. So yes, I would definitely recommend checking out Adaptation, but as I said, you may need to give it 2 watches because there is a lot going on. So if you're going to watch this one, this is definitely one you need to sit down and pay 100% attention to fully get the full story, and then afterwards, maybe watch it again so you can get 100% everything that's going on. So a great film, definitely deserves all the praise it gets. Very well written, very funny, very enjoyable. Definitely check out Adaptation. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Definitely got some great deals today from local Goodwill, paying only $1.97 a piece for 2 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays. Just an amazing deal. Also watching Hollywood, Single Beds and Double Standards. Great documentary. Like I said, it's 1 single episode from the Hollywood series HBO did. Haven't seen any of the other episodes yet. Really look forward to seeing some of those. I do not own any yet, but hopefully I'll get some because that episode was fantastic, and I have no doubt the rest of the series will be great. So, like I said, if you can get your hands on any of those episodes, pick them up, check them out. I'm sure they'll be absolutely fantastic. And also watching Adaptation, I loved it. My second time around, definitely enjoyed the movie a lot more this time. Because like I said, there's a lot going on. Lots and lots of stories, lots of things kind of coming together and making this really crazy story. So you need to pay lots of attention while watching it. And the first time around, if you maybe don't like it or you just think it was mediocre, you really weren't all that into it, it's one of those movies I recommend giving a second watch because it might take you 2 times to fully appreciate the movie. That's what it did for me. It was definitely one of those movies I had to watch twice to fully appreciate everything it had to offer. But in the end, I thought it was great, loved it, and it's definitely one I would highly recommend checking out. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.